Just when you thought the hot topic of the week would be spilling secrets to the Russians, something crazier happens. He outdoes himself. Reportedly, there is a memo where former FBI Director James Comey claims the current dude in the White House asked him to drop the investigation into ex-National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. What the hell?
When I heard about it, I said, there is a memo. There were people questioning whether or not the memo existed. And I started thinking about my time as a prosecutor. First day, day one during training, they said, if it happened and you didn't write it down, it didn't happen.
Right.
And I thought, if they're telling me that, and he was a former prosecutor and the head of the FBI, he wrote it down.
The problem is that it would be his word against his anyway.
His words and his memo.
Well, he has the memo, but Trump could say, well, that's not true. But he did tell Pence and Sessions to leave the room while he spoke to Comey privately.
Yeah,
now,
Trump said
if
that.
Pence and Sessions are the lily-livered cowards that we've seen them to be, then they will also disagree and say, well, we didn't walk out.
You know,
we were in the room. He never said it. It's possible.
I hope that they
remember, they're liars.
And
everyone's going to lie, though.
They're not going to do that.
I am assuming they'll.
Right, I don't think they will.
Do you assume they will not?
I don't think Pence will say that he was.
What evidence do you have that these are not lies?
I don't see evidence that Pence has been a liar through this process, and I think it's a very. If you're going to say that you weren't in a room when you actually were, and then it's proven by others, and then you have corroborators, his whole career will be over.
So when Pence goes out and basically mimics
for Trump,
when Pence goes out and mimics Trump, is he lying or is he stupid?
I don't think they tell him everything. I think the reason there's so many inconsistencies in this administration is some are lying, some are not, so nothing lines up. So I kind of agree with Jed. I don't think it's because he always knows or is lying. I think they keep people out of the loop. I don't think they inform their own administration.
Well, it's Trump, and then it's everybody else. It's my perception. It's true, because I think a lot of times, you know, there are reports that people try to brief him. They say, well, you know, we try to sit down with him and tell him that don't go into this room and reveal X, Y, and Z because you can't. And he just doesn't want to hear it. So he gets in there and he just says whatever he wants to say. And then he comes out and a whole administration is left to pick up the pieces of what he just did.
Well, some Republicans might be reaching their breaking point, and others are saying this memo isn't as troubling as the leaks to the media, which is what we should be focused on. But, I mean, the Constitution, you know, that pesky little thing.
It's so pesky.
I just want, because they keep talking about how, you know, we may not give any more daily briefings. I just want to point out something, and it's this. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting of the free exercise thereof or abridging of the freedom of speech or of the press.
That sounds like the First Amendment.
It says...
It is.
So what that means... What that means is that you cannot, in a free society, hold back the press. Because then, of course, that makes you like the Taliban, which you keep saying you're not. Freedom of the press means no government official poops on them to get them to stop talking. You can't do that.
Well, Hannity on Fox had a great suggestion about how to handle this.
Sean Hannity?
Yeah, Sean Hannity. He devoted an hour-long show on Fox News to a strange assortment of topics. One of them was an idea for reforming White House news briefings. Great idea. By requiring journalists to choose among a dozen or more topics and submit written questions in advance. The White House could then pick what it liked and answer them after carefully crafted response.
Really?
No. That was his suggestion. He talked about that being a possible...
Look, you know what? We wouldn't be doing this if people would get their stuff together. You know, if the guy who's supposed to be taking care of business cannot be trusted to have a conversation where you can actually believe that he said what he said, that he's going to do what he says he's going to do, I just feel like it is ridiculous that we keep talking about this. You know, this is, it's a problem.
The Republicans, though, they're hiding, it seems. Or they hear this terrible information and then they go, very disappointing, very concerning, this is troubling. You know, what's disappointing is when you get a bad eggplant parmesan, all right? That's disappointing. They this is disastrous.
Yeah,
this is a nightmare.
But they are. No, but they are. They are. They are doing that. Jason Chaffetz tweeted the GOP oversight is going to get the Comey memo. Paul Ryan backed Chaffetz's request. Charles Krauthammer on Fox News. Stephen Hayes. I see a lot of people that are saying this does not look right, who maybe would love the opportunity to defend some of Trump's policies. And there are many voters out there that have to be disgusted because they voted for him and they're not even having a minute to see what he's actually going to do because he's so embroiled in scandal all the time.
I think they have to, because if you look at really, if the Comey memo exists, but if it is true what he says in it, which is that he asked the FBI director to stop a federal criminal investigation into Michael Flynn, that is pure and simple a federal crime. That is obstruction of justice. And that is an impeachable offense.
Keep in mind,
and it's going to be easier to
they were concerned that they were concerned about the fact that Bill Clinton met up with
Loretta Lynch
on the tarmac. Now we have no idea what went on there, and people's heads exploded.
That's right.
Well, if this is correct, somebody's head needs to explode because you can't be doing this.
That's right. It's a crime. The problem is that he still has 80% approval rating from the Republicans in this country. Well, and until that 80%, until that changes, and to the topic of Chaffetz, he's retiring, and that's why he's all of a sudden.
I don't care why he's doing it. I care that he is doing it.
I
don't care why he's doing it.
But other than those vocal people, Whoopi, I think silence speaks very loudly, because on CBS this morning they tweeted, "We reached out to 20 Republican senators and representatives as well as to the White House to appear today, and all declined."
Yeah, why?
Oh, wow.
But keep it so look, the folks who have been loud and saying, hey, this is not making sense to us, whatever it is. Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, John McCain, Lindsey Graham, and in the House, Ben Sasse, Ileana Ross, Lathan, not whatever.
Ross
Layton, you know.
And I want to say, too, though, this comes up about the leaks. You can be concerned. It's okay to say, wow, this is really strange that these leaks are coming out from the intel community. This is concerning. And also be concerned about the content of the leaks and say, well, maybe it's weird that we got the information this way, but if this is true, this is very alarming about our commander. You can do both.
And isn't it encouraging that there are leaks? There are people who are not putting up with this.
Well, yeah, but it's scary also.
Telling the time.
It's scary also, though, because if those leaks could potentially be about a different topic that could threaten our national security.
Can we point something out?
Leaking is scary.
If there are leaks, if there actually are leaks, I want to find out where they're coming from, because when the guy that's in office says, hey, the former president was taping my stuff, and alludes to the fact that there's all this information and there isn't any, see, I'll take a leak, because they can eat.
Go take a leak. Take a leak, Whoopi.
Great segue, Whoopi.
I will take any of those leaks over someone who accuses people of doing stuff that they haven't done. And still, where is the proof?
But
where is the proof that any of that happened? Yes, I see. I see.
Just that one thing on the leaks.
We'll come back and do it. We'll be right back.